Hey Internet, Chubums here, and today I've decided I want to solo stealth Shadow Raid on Deathwish, but with only one perk. So as you can see right now, we're speccing all of my trees. Let's get rid of that. Don't have any technician. Let's get rid of Ghost. Let's get rid of everything in here. The only perk I'm going to take is Hidden Blade Aced for stealth kills. That's all I'm using. Perk deck doesn't really matter. I guess I'll put on Rogue in case I have to run away and I want some extra dodge chance. So I'm going to go to my inventory here. I'm going to use my silenced car and my silenced judge because I like the damage it does. I'll take a toothbrush. Got a suit on, equipment. None of these really matters. I'll take armor bag, I don't care. And I'm going to use my favorite stealth mask. So here we go. This is what we're doing right now. This is what we got. Got 109 skill points left. Not quite level 100 yet, but I'm at maybe 5, which is cool. So we're going to do Crime Net offline. Going to get Shadow Raid. Deathwish. Don't need AI. Just going to buy this contract.
This is all about stealth. Gates want you to silently enter the depot. Grab what you can and get out.
Thank you, Bane.
The important part,
So,
do not set off the alarm.
just in case I decide to use this take of the footage, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing Shadow Raid. We're not going to use any of the assets either, because they're really helpful, especially the thermal paste, because it just gives you lots of different ways to get in and out of the building and do lots of cool stuff. But you can get around that. You can actually throw bags underneath the grates. So we're going to go ahead and give this another try. Failed the first time. Kind of got spotted by 3 or 4 people. So here we go. Let's do this. So, we got here is, we got a van, we got a silenced judge, we got a car 4, and we're gonna, thank you Bane, we're gonna go ahead and start this out the way I usually like to start this out, which is by clearing the courtyard. So head down over the roof this way. I'm gonna take a second to, survey the area, figure out where there is like no one around here. That's strange. Okay, so we're gonna head down.
There's a lot of stuff coming home. Weapons, ammo, and anything
this container is tricky because okay, there's nothing in there. But if you are in that container, you can be spotted if someone walks right in front of it, which is really unfortunate. There's nowhere to hide in there. It's just not fun times. So I'm gonna check all 3 of these containers first. These are on the same quadrant. There we go. So we got a bag of dinners. And somebody might be wondering, Chubums, how are you gonna move all these bags around? You don't have transporter. You don't have whatever the hell this ghost perk is that lets you bag so faster. How are you gonna do this? I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna climb up onto these bags. I'm gonna cut the fence, and I'm just gonna gently toss it through. I'm gonna have to move all the bags slowly and painfully that way. But don't worry, I'm sure I will shorten the video. I'll speed up through the slow, dull moving bags parts. Let me see, check this container. It's got 1 bag. So we'll bag that up. Check my corners.
Be cool.
Want to make sure I spot all the guards just in case. Just helpful to keep track of them. Head all the way down here. There's a guy down there. Take this one back to the fence. Hello, Civvy. Is that another guard?
Cops.
Oh, no. Okay. Wait for him to walk away. There we go. Thank you, friend. Alright. So that's 2 bags. Ooh, and that's what I was talking about when I said spot, guys.
You chill.
Because if I hadn't spotted him, I would not have known he was coming right back around the corner. Now what we can try to do is maneuver around this way. Which is exactly
Be cool.
what I'm going to do. got that guard coming from dead ahead. So he's going to turn left there. That's fine. And now we can use these crates to move forward. Well, lost sight of him, but he's behind us now. There he is. Alright. I'm going to move up here. Now, this is probably one of my favorite parts just because it feels cool. Okay. You jump over here, cut this. Oh, no. I can't move fast enough to do it right without all the perks. That's funny. Normally, I'll cut that backwards jump back onto the other containers and then just hop back forward and everything is all fine and dandy. There's also a lot of times there's a crowbar right here, in this crate. There's occasionally a bag of money right up there, but not this time. So let's see where our friend the guard is. He is not anywhere that I need to worry about, so we're gonna head over here now. Check this container, and we've got another bag of dosh. Now, I don't want to move all the way back across the courtyard with this one, so I'm going to move this way, behind the facility. And I'm going to store it in here, potentially. Alright, so there's another bag up here. So I'm going to grab this one. And this is a nice spot because the guards can't really see. Actually, I'll throw this one back farther in. Can't really see over here when they patrol down this way, which they don't do very often. So, let's see, we've got a camera right there. We can clip this fence and head through. And we can sneak right under this thing. And there's a guard there this time. There's no camera above him. So, what's cool about this area is that, ooh, as long as you are at the far edge, with the exception of that camera, you can't really get seen by anything. So I can creep around this edge here. And, alright, so that guard's right there. So my plan for right now is going to be to move those two bags, including the one I have on me, around the back. So I've got a camera right here. I'm going to see if there's a guard patrolling the alleyway. There usually is, which is really inconvenient. Oh, there's one of those rooftop guards. They see way too much. That's not okay.
Hold on. No flight plan submitted. Who are these guys?
Alright, so there's the helicopter. This is either going to drop more guards or a crate, which can have an artifact in it. Okay, the dude is there. 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 Alright, so this is not exciting. Actually, this is very exciting. It's not good, though. So what we're going to have to do is... Oh! That sounded like a crate being dropped. So here's what my plan is right now. I'm going to have to move everything through the sewer, which will be a blasty blast. So we'll come down here, down this ladder, and you see how there's this little gap right here? You can just gently toss your bags underneath it. That way you can move them through the sewer grates without actually having to burn them down. So my next course of action is going to be to pick this here back door. There can be guards and cameras inside this downstairs room, but most of the time, in my experience, there isn't. So that's a good thing. There can also be a bag of cocaine just chilling, which is always nice. Thank you, Chains. Appreciate the yelling.
The warehouse will be tougher.
So the cocaine would be right there if it were going to be in this room. There's also some packages, sometimes like right there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Now the important thing to do when you're inside is watch very carefully for the bad guys. You can see the flashlights through walls and stuff, which is nice because on missions like Framing Frame, Deathwish, the flashlights are not there. They just aren't there. So, oh, got a bag of weapons. I'm gonna take these weapons.
Rifles, pistols, and bullets. This will make Gage happy.
Yes, it will. So we're gonna move this way. This is my favorite manhole in the universe. Normally, if I do this with a group of people, this is where 90% of the loot goes. and they'll run it through the sewers back to the car.
This
So
group
I
won't
got
be funding any
cocaine.
more terrorism. Just good old American crime.
Get another bag of weapons here, so boom. As you can see, this room is very lucrative. He's got 2 bags of weapons and some cocaine. And this leads, for those of you who don't know, right down here, where my other bag of money is. So that is magically convenient. So I'm gonna move over here. Now, there's almost always a crowbar right here, which is really nice, because it's very close to where you start needing it. So I'm going to take the crowbar, move back up here, and see if we can't get one more bag of loot out of this room. Watch carefully for the guards. And nothing. Not uncommon. Let's go ahead and check the locker room. There can be coke in some of the lockers. Unfortunately, there's not this time. It would be just in one of these open lockers, stacked vertically. If it were there. Okay, we've got a camera right there. Need to be aware of that.
Two-card reader. Probably 10 seconds time lock. They must be hiding something tasty.
Oh no. This is what I was afraid of. So I've got an artifact now. And as you can see, I am literally just slamming my face on the ground and slowly pushing myself forward. This is very dangerous because if there were heavy patrols through this area, I would almost certainly get spotted at some point or another while trying to move something like this. Alright, so the way I normally do this area is I take this crate first, and I head over here to the left. You see we've got a few crates around here. If there's a camera up here, what you can do is you can duck behind this pillar, pop around, and open the crate, and then duck back into cover. Wait for your timer to come back, and then you can jump around and, oh my god, it's another artifact. And grab the thing. This doesn't really work if you don't have faster bagging. It can. It depends on what you're grabbing. If it's like cocaine or maybe money, you can usually move out of the camera's way fast enough after you pick things up. But if there had been a camera right there, I would not have been able to grab this artifact.
Cool.
There is zero way I would have been able to grab it. So now I'm going to slowly truffle shuffle my way. I might just speed this part up. And there we go. Bombs ahoy. Now, as you may have noticed, there's a bag of cash right here. This is another one of my favorites, because it's just chilling. It's like it's there. You know it's there. There can also be paintings. A painting right here. It's another good spawn. I have occasionally seen bags of money up on top of some of these crates. I'll check there later in my run. But this first part is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of crates in this room. A lot of crates in this. That detected me for a little longer than I thought it would. So we're going to move all this stuff into the sewer. So how many bags do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I've got 8, 9 out there. 10. So I'm actually almost done, technically speaking. So what we're going to do is get the rest of these crates. Got some cocaine. And then I am going to run the necessary bags to the car. And that is something that I most definitely recommend, however you're playing this. As soon as you have enough bags to escape, take them to the van and put them in the van, because stupid stuff happens. It happens all the time. And if you lose the mission because you were getting cocky and you're like, oh, we can get everything, then you're going to be really mad at yourself because you wasted a bunch of time. So there we go, another bag of cocaine. Now, one of the things about this mission that can get really frustrating is that a lot of times there are the heavier guards who are static. And basically they're supposed to be patrolling and stuff, but they're just kind of stuck standing in positions. And occasionally they can be in really, really awful positions that just kind of ruin everything for you, which is not fun. And a lot of the times they're upstairs, and that's the worst because there's almost always a bag of cocaine just chilling out on the floor. And you can't get it because there's a guard or two standing in that big room just looking. So I believe this is 12 bags. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is run this stuff between all the grades. I'll speed this part up just because weapons and things like that. But I'll show you the integral steps to moving this stuff. Alright, so now that I have all of the bags in the appropriate position to move them to the next section, what I need to do is get into the next section. And unfortunately, okay, hello friend. Unfortunately, this requires you to go out back into the courtyard. So, I'm going to move out. I'm going to pick this lock. And this is where things can get a little bit tricky. There's a camera position that would be pretty much on the outside of the wall where I'm looking right now. And that can be really bothersome, especially for opening the manhole initially. It's usually not that big of a deal when you start out on the inside, but you can't start out on the inside unless you've got thermite, so let's see. Okay, we don't have a camera there, that's good. So we're going to open this guy up. Fine and dandy, okay. Now as you can see right there, the helicopter did drop the crate this time, and since there is a crate inside of it, it is always an artifact. Which means that I'm not going for it right now because I need to secure the rest of my loot before I do anything dangerous or stupid. So here we go. Gonna do another speed up for you real quick so you don't have to watch me move bags for 10 minutes. Alright, so now that I've got all the bags ready for the next section, what we need to do is creep out this little top spot here. Do a quick scan. And head outside. So, I've noticed that this flashlight has always been here every time I've passed, so there's no way I can get upstairs because that guard is static. So he's not going anywhere, which is a real drag. But, what I can do is I can either head through this alleyway, take out the guard,
Be chill.
or I can go back the other way and just creep around. Actually, you know what? I'll do one better. I'll head out through the roof. See if there's any extra loot hiding around here. There's that crate, which I'm not going for yet. There's also a bag of money up on top of those crates, which I'll have to jump across this stuff to get to. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Remember, the most important thing is to secure all of the loot that you can. But, you should probably get the first 12 bags out of the way before you screw up. Which happens. It happens a lot. Things just go wrong. You get cocky. You get complacent. Stuff happens. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means that, you are a victim of instance. Where's that guard? He's down there. Okay. So I'm gonna jump. Ow. Break my knees. And here's the last manhole. Now this is the fun part, where you get another wonderful, speedy montage of me collecting everything. Alright, so at this point some of you are probably wondering, Chubums, why do you even need Hidden Blade? You haven't killed anyone yet. And the reason I took Hidden Blade is because of emergencies, which happen. It's also completely necessary, I think, if you want to open the vault, which is very hard to do solo. Requires a little bit of bullshit luck. Because you need to put 2 keycards in within 10 seconds of each other. And unless there's a guard patrolling right in front of the vault door and you kill him and he drops a keycard, then it's, as far as I understand, it's virtually impossible. Which is why I always like to bring a buddy on this mission, because even if I only do get the minimum amount of bags and screw something up, like there's always that chance that you can do some more, get some extra loot, things like that. The samurai armor is always fun to get. Alright, and here we go.
Loot bags in.
All right.
That is
that'll keep
12
things
bags.
sweet. You guys can cash this out now, or stay for more.
So this is the point in the mission where I would then become very adventurous and reckless. Which is what I'm going to do.
Be cool.
I'm going to see how much more loot we can find. I don't anticipate that I'll be able to actually get everything. But that's half the fun. It's being a little bit extra daring. A little reckless. Just having some fun with it. Ow. So here we have a server. Fun piece of loot.
Can't wait to see what these
something loud
shady
there.
assholes were hiding on that server.
So plop this right over here, I guess, because there's a painting right there as well.
That was last seen in the Iraqi National Gallery. These guys are shameless.
Just gonna drop these down here off the side. Alright. And then of course, the ever fragile server we will just simply throw over the railing. Now this guy over here, maybe not that guy, but this guy for sure is static. Which means I can't get past him without doing something stupid. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for the last bag of loot, or last crate inside the warehouse. Oh no, there's that bag of money too. I should grab that bag of money first. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, I've gotten very lucky with this run because I haven't seen a single guard
Be cool.
in the warehouse itself, which is both a good and a bad thing, because it means that there's zero way that I will be able to open the vault, because
Be chill.
no one's gonna be able to die right next to it. So I got some cocaine. Take a peek in there. No cash in there. Gonna peek in one last room. Anything in here? No, nothing else in here. Alright, so oh, I almost just set up a drill. That would have been bad. So from this point, the only thing left for me to do is escape with my loot and enjoy my riches. So I'll go ahead and speed through this part and get to the good stuff at the end. Alright, so as I recklessly take this final bag out the front gate, I'd just like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope this has proved to some of you out there that you don't need lots of perks and things like that to do stealth. You know, I run most of my stealth missions with a Master Enforcer build.
One in.
And so, you know, plus this is a great way to get a little bit of extra experience early on. You know, do tougher missions when you're low level, and you'll just skyrocket through the levels. You know, do a couple of Deathwish jewelry stores or Ukrainian jobs or something like that. Get yourself a few levels, and then you can actually get the stealth perks, and stuff like this will be even easier. I mean, I did this with 0 movement speed perks, 0 bag assisting perks, none of that stuff. And it's just short of 15 minutes now. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, gonna get mine and yours and your.
Ninjas in socks tiptoeing on thick carpet make more noise than you. Expertly done.